Great. Awesome. I have Alex Hurd here, employer brand leader and co-founder of EV Space, this virtual discussion. Alex, I would love to get your take on a number of questions I have for you in the space. If it's good for you, we'll go ahead and dive right in. But do you want to introduce yourself on top of that or anything like that before we start any questions?
No, I'm good, Jared. I mean, I think you pretty much summed it up, but I
Awesome.
would say outside of that, I just come with a good 6, 7 years of experience here globally in the employer branding space, and just happy to be chatting with you today, Jared.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Alex. So, first question is, what competitive advantages do you have when you use video?
You're putting actual life behind whoever is showing up on the screen. I think it's easy to fall in love with graphics and everything too, but I mean it's very one-sided, right? You see someone there, an image, whatever background they're in, tagline, hashtag, whatever the case may be with a lot of companies in terms of what they're using, and that's it. Versus with a video, okay, like a day in the life video is probably what we all see everywhere, right? And you're getting to hear from that individual, hearing from them, in terms of what like their daily rituals are, what they do, what helps them get through the day. Also, it's key. I mean, then it provides the whole localization factor, because hey, for me, may have like a Midwest accent. You may speak to someone who has a British accent, U.S. Southern accent from Romania, China, wherever else you want to go. And I think that does make a huge difference, because then it's going to have a deeper impact on the audience that you are sending the video out to.
Awesome. Great. And really to add on top of that is, what do you feel like you're missing out on if you do not use video?
Missing out on a lot. I mean, video is king. Now there's some caveats there too. I think you got to do it the right way, but you're missing out on a lot. I mean, just to name a few, like video performs extremely well on LinkedIn. TikTok is one who, it's the platform I love on a personal level, but also work level too, in terms of like employer branding and just getting stuff out there. Also, Facebook and Instagram Reels, YouTube. We all consume video, so I think you're missing out on a huge opportunity if you do not invest in video.
Awesome. Great. And then from your experience, how does video make the recruiting process more efficient?
Makes it efficient because I mean, there's several approaches you can take. I mean, I'm sure companies have done their best to update like the correspondence that goes out during the candidate experience, and that's fine too, right? But let's say if I'm hearing from a hiring manager and they tell me, okay, instead of me seeing the 4 or 5 bullet points that indicate okay what the key essentials are for the position, hearing from them, if they tell me, okay, yeah, this is actually what I'm really looking for, that gives me much more to work with, and probably 30 seconds where I know, okay, hey, am I fit for this role? Am I not? There's also, I would say, outside of key essentials that they would be sharing within that video, maybe a little bit about the team and what makes them, selling me as a job seeker, and what makes them different than another company that may stand out. That's like a differentiated value.
Awesome. And actually, to go on top of that, being the efficiency model of how many different touch points do you believe that you can bring video into the recruiting process?
Gosh, I think there's a lot. I think what we forget is, because with myself being in the employer branding space, I mean, it's very much you're doing a lot of top of funnel work when you're sharing. You're really managing the brand, building out the different content that you have out there, and so that's initially people are interacting with you in that way. When you're sharing your day in the life videos, team videos, videos that focus just like to really sell them on, like to bring them into that conversation, or to hook them, if you want to call it that,
Mhm.
right? You're fishing out there and you're hoping they're gonna nibble on the line, and then what you can also drop that in, I would say, on your career page with your job description. That's another point. Email, depending on how you're doing that, right? If you're tying it back to YouTube, or if you embed that into the emails. If you have like a platform where they can go through and keep them updated in terms of, like, so I would say like a candidate portal. Probably the name I'm thinking of. I'm pretty sure there's other vendors who are doing something that call it something else. But if you have that there where it can guide them through each step of the process, and then I mean, gosh, and there's video with the interviews. That's,
Mhm.
if you're having 4 or 5, 6 interviews, hopefully not 6, but you're talking to someone, right? So there's at least 5 or 6 touch points there, and I mean, there could be more depending on where you see the value, but I would say that's probably a good number.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. And we've touched on so many different ways to use video, but what do you think are some of the advantages of using informal video and employee generated video versus a professional video?
I don't want to say authentic because I think people are killing that term on social right now, but it's a more honest approach because not everybody has a studio at their home or at their their local HQ,
Hmm.
and typically that tells you know eh, me as an individual that okay, that's highly polished. There's probably a script out there, and that's not them just being themselves.
Hmm.
Versus if we're talking like we are here on Zoom, or if we are using our mobile devices, or if you're using FaceTime, that's you, right? It's got to be you. You're thinking off the top of your head, and those are your true thoughts and opinions.
Right. No, awesome. And then, what are some of the best ways you can utilize? And this is probably more, again, everything that we're talking about is in supporting your EVP.
Mm-hmm. So using video to support that, well, it's
Yeah, what are some of the best ways to utilize video in supporting your EVP?
yeah, so several different ways. I mean, I would say, IBM does a phenomenal job of this. Nick Thompson and the team there, and I saw the video recently. I'm sure it's been out for a little bit longer than that, but it's I am IBM, and it just shows people across different walks of life, different locations that they're all part of, the IBM family. So
Hmm.
you have that there. Also, in terms of activating that EVP, so when you're activating your EVP, your employer brand, that becomes a form of if it's content marketing, which it can be, organic post in which you're using that. Also on a paid level with recruitment marketing, putting out the different videos to a lot of the social platforms that we play on: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, just to get out there, and then also using it on a programmatic or like geofencing type of level to target individuals. So there's quite a few ways you can utilize video.
Awesome. Well, great. And the last question I have for you, and thank you very much for your time, is: do you see a difference in the effectiveness of utilizing video for your employer branding and only using text? And maybe just elaborate on where you think text might be better, or where you think video might be better, or where kind of melt the two.
I think they're both great. I'm never gonna put all my eggs in one basket, because I think that for things where video does work well, right? But you have to have an approach behind that. Because the pitfalls with video is, let's say if you put someone in front of the video who honestly doesn't, they're not, they're afraid of the camera,
Hmm.
not the most social, and they sound very robotic. Your approach behind everything may be, you may have the right intentions, but it's not going to work. People will see right through that. Then again, if you are using, text for, like, let's say a blog or organic post, and you're not utilizing the proper hashtags, hooking individuals on, the beginning and the ending of the post or the blog, and then having a nice CTA, that's going to fall flat.
Hmm.
So really picking and choosing what works best. I mean, if yeah, I guess if I had to say for videos, easy one to go to. I think it's a good place to start. Definitely not where you end, because you want to expand upon things. Is a simple day in the life video. That's the best. And no, it's probably the third time I've said that here, but it really opens up things to your audience. And then for blogs, diving into, like, because you don't want to have a super long video, so that's where the blog can help out, right? That's more long form, something someone can consume, between lunch, after hours, before they start their day. Do a real deep dive into someone on your team, and, like, what makes them unique, how are they relatable to either individuals who are in the same space as them or same location, and or if you're telling about their journey in terms of like how they got from position A to position C, that journey is unique
Mhm.
and can be captured and captured better in long form versus within 20-second video, which is really going to sell them short on everything.
Right. So, and I'm only going to ask this last follow-up question, is you brought up 3 times, is day in the life. What do you think is the best content or pieces to put in a day in the life video, and what do you think that's not important, you should leave out?
It's going to be unique. I would say, like, for what you may consider to be a day in the life for you is going to be different for me, right? So I think I would avoid keeping it the same. Like, don't ask the same questions. Really leave it up to that individual and what they're willing to share with you. Like a good teammate and just person I respect in space to share with me. It's they can either give a lot or give a little. Like, leave a safe zone for them where they can share that with you. But I think just sticking to the same type of questions all the time, it's going to work at first, but then if you do start doing, I've done a lot of these, start doing 20 or 30 of these, it's very predictable in terms of what people are going to be asked, and then the responses might as well be the same.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. That was Alex Her, employer brand leader and co-founder of the EV Space, joining this virtual discussion. So thank you very much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you.